Well, how is everybody doing today? And in this video, we are going to be looking at the version 2.2 characters because apparently I was waiting. That's why there was no video yesterday for them to drop the 4-star, which I thought they were going to be doing, but I guess we're just not getting a 4-star, which is honestly very surprising with how, looking at this right now in terms of Honkai Star Rail, this has been the first patch ever since a long run of patches where we don't get a brand new 4-star, because as you may see from this timeline right here, we've always gotten a brand new 4-star when it came to the new patches, because with starting with Luocha, that's when we ended up getting a brand new 4-star, with Yukonbi with Luocha's banner, with Luca being on Kafka's, with Lynx being on Fu Xuan's banner, Gwenaifen being on Topaz and Numbi, and then going into Lynx with Argenti and Silverwolf. Oh no, Lynx was already there. Hanya, my bad, with Argenti and Silverwolf, and then Shui for Ruan Mei, and then we ended up getting Misha for Black Swan and Biberter Lune. And then now we're going into 2.1 with Gallagher, and 2.2 is going to be no 4-star, which again, honestly very surprising with how we've been going against all these character releases. And is it a good thing or a bad thing? I guess that's very subjective in how you look at it. Do you like brand new characters when you summon on your 5-star characters? Yes, that's always good, but that always means more resources that you have to spend if you are interested in that character, which I would always love a new 4-star, because why not? It broadens the pool, you get more characters that you want. But let me know in the comments below, and also make sure to leave a like and sub and all that type of stuff if you enjoy 4-stars being in the patch every single patch, or do you want them to start taking more breaks, less 4-stars, or maybe even reduce it down to one 5-star banner, because I know a lot of people look into that and wish they would bring only one new 5-star and start rerunning a lot more characters. That way we can be able to run through them the fastest that we can, so that we can get characters like Jingliu, characters like Luocha, characters like Fu Xuan, Topaz and Numbi, all these characters the spotlight they need so that they can get onto the accounts that people want them to be on. But going ahead and looking at these two characters, specifically what we have right now in version 2.2, with yes, us having 2.1 coming very soon when it comes to the stream that we're going to be getting tomorrow, which I will be covering and making a fat ton of videos for, so stay tuned for that. We're going into Robin and boothill. These two characters honestly do show some weird correlation with both being physical at the same time. I never saw or never thought that we'd be having the same element for both featured units, so it's kind of weird that they're doing so, that they're doing both physicals at the same time. I wonder what motivated them to do that, but for the most part, having a hunt character, we have our DPS that's right here, and then also a harmony character, which we know a lot of people are looking forward to for the most part when it comes to all the characters that come out. As we may know, harmony are some of the strongest characters in the game, some of them that basically don't age, and are some of the best and top tier units that we have right now in Honkai Star Rail, of course being in the likes of Sparkle, Ruame, Bronya. And with Robin coming into the picture, we can only assume that she's going to be better than Bronya, but somewhere in the realm under Ruame or around Ruame possibly, which would be absolutely insane. I know a lot of people are actually very concerned with the harmonies back to back, and one thing I do want to notice, something I do want to talk about, is that when you look at these characters in whole, when it comes to your supports, you really need to look at both the Nihili class and also the Harmony class, and notice that we have a lot of variety of options to work from when it comes to helping out your teams and building out your teams. I do think some people should not be stressed out or be stressed to the point where they need to save up for Robin because she's Harmony, because if you already have characters like Sparkle, if you already have characters like Bronya, if you already have characters like Ruan Mei, my bad, then you practically have all that you need for the supports that you need in the game, including characters like Tingyun, including characters like Pella and Hanya and Asta. There's many substitutes that you can run out that you don't have to necessarily go for all these brand new Harmony units. So I do want to let people know that right now, that you shouldn't feel like you have to summon on these characters. Will they be strong? Yes, that's the whole point of how they're going to be selling things in this game. They're going to eventually make these characters stronger as is, and characters like Ruan Mei will eventually maybe be a character that we think, oh, that's an outdated kid eventually, and that's going to be a very long time from now. Hopefully that's the case, but that's just how the game goes. Robin is just going to end up being a really great character for the Harmony class, and will probably be the best in slot for select few teams, depending on the niche, whether it be follow-up, whether it be sub DPS, hyper carry, or dot, any of that type of stuff. It's possible for her to be in that niche subsection, making her the #1 best for certain teams, and then that's when certain people will have to summon depending on how it's going to go. But yes, we do have a lot of things going for us in version 2.2. boothill, not a lot of people seem to be very excited for in terms of maybe the design, yes, but the role, possibly not. Hunt hasn't really had a really nice spotlight ever since Dr. Ratio, and Dr. Ratio was that shining spotlight that we had at the current moment with Topaz and Numby, and how absolutely explosive that combo is with Ruame. But with boothill being a physical Hunt character, me personally, I'm very, very excited with how we're going to be looking at a character that's physical, which we know that physical break is absolutely insane. And then we have characters like Ruame, who made that even more insane. So having bleed and having that break effect with on top of relic sets that give us break effect, there's a lot of really cool stuff that can happen with boothill, and I'm really excited to see what he looks like when he comes out, because I think he might end up doing a little bit better than Argenti when it comes to the physical typing of DPS, but we're gonna have to wait and see when that eventually comes out. But my main point is that don't really look at these characters and feel like you have to summon on a majority of them, because yes, I feel like we're getting into the point of Star Rail's meta, or a point in Star Rail's lifespan, where if you've been playing since PlayStation release, if you've been playing since the beginning of the game, you practically already have the right amount of characters that you possibly need in order to clear all the end game content to at least its max reward, where you get the 3 stars from MLC, the 3 stars from Pure Fiction. And I think to that point, that's when you get to just start having fun, get to invest into different opportunities, as long as you have your core team of 2 with like a couple of supports, your sustains, and then also looking at the DPS that you have, depending on how you want to play, whether it's dot, follow up, all that type of stuff. 2.2, although it looks a slight bit overwhelming for a lot of players just because there is a new Harmony unit coming out, there's no double DPS, which a lot of people would be prone to skip on. That's the only thing keeping people from being like, I can't really skip this whole patch because Robin is here. I do think that eventually your list of supports will get all the way built out to the point where you don't really need all these characters starting from version 2.2, because we know in 2.1 everyone wants Acheron, and then we got to see what Aventurine does, because Aventurine does have to compete with all these characters in the sustain tab, and that's pretty hard to beat when you're fighting characters like Ho-Ho and Fu Xuan. So we're gonna have to wait till the stream happens for version 2.1. 2.2 characters all look very exciting though. I am very excited for both of these characters, specifically Robin, because I really love her design, and the fact that she's a Harmony unit honestly brings her value up by a good amount. But I can see why a bunch of people are very scared for their Jades when it comes to the 2.2 characters. We don't have to worry about a 2.2 4-star for what we know as right now. Right now, they've been just doing White Day celebration, and the day after, they didn't post anything. So there's no new 4-star for 2.2. Let me know if you like that change. Let me know if you would like them to stop putting as many 4-stars in the pool, just so that you can probably get items for specific ones that you like, or you just like not having to invest resources into all these characters or something like that. I would love to know what y'all think about us not getting a 4-star in 2.2. But in regards to 2.2, I would also like to hear the opinions of, do you like these characters that come out? Do you like Robin being a Harmony unit? Do you like boothill being a Hunt physical unit DPS? And how you feel about those roles? How do you feel about these characters and the value that they probably will bring as 2.2 comes out? Because as we may know, 2.1 could definitely be a meta shift because of how Acheron's going to end up being, with her being busted as she always will be when it comes to her being put into a Hoyo game, because they just absolutely love the Raiden sphere of characters. And then Aventurine has something to prove of himself. Of course, we will be covering the live stream and all that type of stuff. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't got much to talk about today. There is going to be a large assortment of videos we're going to be working on as time goes by. But for right now, that's pretty much all I got to say for version 2.2. I'm very excited for it, of course, because why not? These are some new characters, and the fact that a Harmony unit's coming out, very interesting. Back to back with the drop that we had from version 1.0 to 1.6, and now we have 1.6, 2.0, 2.2, all Harmony units coming back to back. They really said, we missed all these Harmony units when the game came out. Now it's time to unload them all at the same time. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. Let me know what you think about these characters. Let me know what you think about not getting a 4-star in this patch. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.